Bills and the Texans.
At the 45.
Play fake. Mills.
Out to his left. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Now Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
A first down throw for Mills. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On first down, Willis.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Hancock. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to loft one deep left side here, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. Another one caught by Collins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Mills. And complete right side to Cook.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
They go play action. Mills.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Third and long for Mills. Open man there is Collins, complete.
Touchdown, Houston.
Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
They'll roll him out right. And he fires one incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Let's go now.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Ready?
4th down, Willis. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th.
A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Go street. Hurt. Right hustle.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Off the play fake, Mills. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Mills.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Mills.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 22, Willis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this time, Willis throwing it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
And the Texans scoop it. And some room to work. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Quick throw to Collins.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
On play action, Mills. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
4th down, Mills.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Final play of the half, Mills.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Play action now, Mills.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Play fake, Mills.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Mills to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Now Mills on 4th down.
Uncorks one for Davis. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Gabriel Davis,
44 yards.
and the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
1st and 10, Willis.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Hey, check that. Hey, smash Bronco.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Titans.
Traylon Burks,
71 yards.
and the Titans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's complete. It's Collins.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Mills on the bootleg.
Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Nico Collins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans are pouring it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's fourth down.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or is that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
70, hop, 70.
Going on fourth down, here's Willis.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, start.
To the air on first down, here's Willis.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
18 Cardinal.
Second down and goal.
Willis
Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Willis on third and goal. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Willis, fourth down, has to have it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Let's go now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Throwing, Mills.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Mills now. And he'll find Pittman.
And some room to maneuver.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
A first down throw for Mills.
And complete right side to Cook. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On 4th down, Mills. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On 2nd and 9, Willis. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Willis.
Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Willis is going to throw once more.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's go now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Willis.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Willis will try and throw for this.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Got a man. It's Collins, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big connection on that one. 63 yards.
Ready, break. Go check, go check.
One final try here for Willis.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
One final try for Willis.
And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well.
I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you